Welcome all of you. So in this video we'll talk about smart dressing. So we already talk about smart wearables, smart clothes, and so many smart devices, and we already have discussed so many things. But right now we talking about these smart wound dressings. And why we are saying this smart wound dressing? Because see, whenever we perform any kind of wound dressings and we want to see whether a wound is healing or not, so we need to change or we need to open that dressings and we want to see that. And it's always very risky. The first one is like bacterials or microorganism can attack once again. And apart from that, some kind of dressing very complex, so you need further assistance on this. If you're doing on your own, then again maybe the further those things are not a very hygiene way you can perform it. Very difficult. You always need assistance. So the people have discussed something where you don't need to open your wound dressings. You can just superficially you can see that whether your wound is healing or not. So if it is not healing, even after the wound dressing, you can directly go to the hospitals and you can treat that. Or so that thing is one of the things, like you are aware of that. You don't need to open your dressings, which is performed by any specialized person. You don't need to do that. You can observe it on your own also. And you can decide whether you want to move to the hospital or not. So if your wound is healing, then you don't need to go there. So that's it's been possible now because one of the features of the magnesium. What is the feature of the magnesiums? Magnesiums can change in is a very pH sensitive. So magnesium is pH sensitive. So they make some magnesium hydroxide nanoparticles. And these are not nanoparticle. Actually they make a nanosheets, and this nanosheet get embedded with the wound dressing materials. So whenever this wound dressing is happening, and that is a property, and this magnesium's nanosheets or magnesium nanoparticles, they give the fluorescence in presence of UV light. So and when it generates the fluorescence, it generates the fluorescence in alkaline condition. In acidic condition it will not generate, but in alkaline condition it generates the fluorescence. So by observing in an UV light, and UV light we have, like even the various mosquito racket, if you can see, they have the UV light. Some of the devices, some other things, they have the UV light, so it's not a big deal. So what they observe, like once, and what is the normal cell, normal skin is slightly acidic in nature, and but whenever the wound is happening, so wound is slightly alkaline in nature. So whenever any dressing material which embedded with such kind of magnesium hydroxide nanosheets, and when we apply such kind of dressing materials, so if we observe fluorescence, it means our wound is not healing. So we can directly go and consult specialized persons. But if there is no fluorescence, it means your alkaline wound skin going to be like it's slowly converting into the normal healthy skin, because normal healthy skin slightly acidic in nature, slightly acidic, and in that slightly acidic conditions, your your bandage, you will not observe fluorescence from that bandages. So you can understand, okay, my skin is getting healthy, because becoming healthy after dressing and all. So in that way this wound dressing has been generated. But the wider application, and what is the wound area, even some of the wound is very brutal, so definitely those things, whether those things are applied there or not. And apart from that, it is made from the magnesium hydroxide. So people are saying that this is definitely biocompatible. But we know like lots of things are biocompatible, but some of the skins are very allergic to that. I'm always giving example of, for example, again, aloe vera. So aloe vera is a biocompatible, high biocompatible, but still some of the skins are allergic to that. So I don't know, but those people, those percentage are very less. So in general, definitely if that thing is happening, we cannot employ that. But apart from that, there is no restriction on utilizing such kind of bending, such kind of dressing materials. So that is one of the things. And apart from that, if such thing, because dressing itself, but if we able to make it in a bandage form, and if we able to make it into the bandages form also, so again this is a more useful and more applicable if I can say that, like application area become wider, like if we can make it in the bandage from rather than dressings and all. So that thing is also very useful. So that's things we need to optimize and design. So but apart from that, the like one of the more we are moving towards more smart things, and that is a smart wound dressing, so is one of them. So that's all. And if you need further discussion on that, like how these magnesium nanoparticles, because magnesiums have nanoparticles having various different application also. And one more information I just want to add: magnesium is one of the most abundant inorganic materials. Okay, that is the most abundant inorganic materials. So again, that is a great utilization. So if we talk about the cost effectiveness, although we don't need to worry on this. Only thing is that, like making the nano sheet forms, how much cost is involved, we are not aware of this. So as in raw material, there is no worry, we don't need to think on this like magnesiums. So that's it about this video. If you need further discussion, explanation on that, just DM me. So we'll meet with another video with another topic. Till then, bye, take care.